Hello, this is Luna Zynon, and this is wait. Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis Preload. What is Phantasy Star? It's the upcoming MMO that is very good. Sci-fi, it's gonna have open world. From what I remember from the Japanese beta, it has the most beautiful environments ever. And boss fights, you can do PvE with a whole bunch of people that you don't even know. You can randomly appear on the map. The weather effects, the lightning, that really surprised me. It almost scared me the first time I saw it. I remember wandering into a level on top of the mountains where it's kind of like a purple area. Japanese beta, people know what I'm talking about. And the lightning came, and this big red AoE monster appears right underneath me, and I barely dodged out of there. And I remember that. My heart was pounding. I was the only player up there, and I would say, no, I'm not soloing that. That was my experience with the Japanese beta. That's a good music. And I will show you here. This is the Phantasy Star Online 2 Japanese closed beta that I was in. This is what the icon looks like. And it looks like that we can download the preload of Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis closed beta today. You have to go to your Microsoft Store in the library, and if you're accepted, it's underneath your games that you have. Yes, I do buy stuff for Phantasy Star Online too. Okay, let's download it. Yes. So this is what the procedure of downloading it looks like. What I remember about the closed beta, it was fun. The graphics were good. The environment was good. The lighting in some areas at night, it gave you the really night feel. And there are some rare monsters that do appear at night. Or a different color scheme, or like they call a shiny Pokemon. So you want to watch out for those things. And I was a Forcer Gunner, because the subclass stats, you can mix any classes up. You can be any other class you want. And that was pretty fun. You can find out what you want to be. You don't have to be going by, oh, I'm going to be the hunter because it's the most OP class ever. But no, you could play what class you want, how it feels. But no, sadly, the hunter was, people were saying that wasn't OP. I really didn't play around with the hunter that much. I was drawn to the Forcer and the rod and guns, long range attacks and magic. That's what I was drawn to. So, and then at the final moment, when the beta ended, everybody was spamming emotes everywhere on the server. It was packed. I was on ship 1. I did not do any videos then because I was still in mourning. If you guys haven't known, my mother passed right on Zhongli's birthday. I did not celebrate his birthday because I was too in mourning. Zhongli from Genshin Impact. And ever since then, I never went back to Genshin Impact because I was too affected. It was a sad moment in my life. I know it's something that people probably don't want to hear, but that's why I never did any videos on closed beta. But I did get accepted in closed beta. That is the proof right here. I still have my computer. I don't know what to do with it. So it's downloading now. And what do you remember about the closed beta? There are certain places you can glide on top of roofs if you find a way. And you can stand on pub the arches in town. Well, let's see. You want to change your subclass when you first get into the game. That's the first thing you want to do is change your subclass. And have your main and subclass. I did not do the temples to unlock the skills, unfortunately, so I'm going to do that this time. And it was pretty fun. There was a lot of people. Servers were packed, literally. It was hard getting in server 1. It was hard getting in server 2, server 3 sometimes. And when the emergency quest happened, that music, you were going to like it. And it looks a little bit more darker than Phantasy Star Online 2. But the thing is different about emergency quests is they are on the map. It's not a pre-made place you can go. You actually have to travel there with a group. And when you're first starting out and you try to do emergency quest solo, you don't want to do that. If you are going to the area, I suggest you make a straight V line and run. Avoid all the high level monsters if you're just starting new. And you don't want to make too many characters in the closed beta. You want to stick with one because I made a mistake of making like 3 or 4 characters and they were all under leveled and I could not do an emergency quest. But I did get into the world boss train. That was pretty fun. And what they do is you want to find a group of people or outside a map and just follow them around. They'll go hit boss after boss after boss and you get EXP that way. EXP. So that's one thing you want to do. Start a world boss train. Character creation. There are some characters you can make. I seen one person that made the black version of Ash from Phantasy Star Online 2 and put him in the game. Then there's a couple people who just stuck with the default white Ash, and it was kind of amusing when they stood in front of each other like this. I wish I took a picture of that, but I didn't. So that's one thing. I know it's not really fun just watching the download bar, but it's what I'm doing. The music was good. I love the environment. The purple hill, once you learn how to glide in midair and go on top, and that's where sometimes provincially in that purple area where the purple flowers, leaves, I don't know what they're called. They look like purple shrubs to me, but might be purple grass. But in that area, sometimes a world boss can spawn, and you want to be very careful when you're soloing. I had a mistake running into that big old giant red one, and I was by myself. It almost one-shotted me. I had a little bit of health left, but I managed to glide away from it. Somehow dodge away from it and exit the area. So that was not fun. And at one time it was lightning in that area, and I heard a howling noise, and I thought another boss would show up, and I got freaked out and I ran. I know, I'm scared. The environment just shook me like that. And the first game, MMO game environment shook me to the core like that. That was amazing. Instead of making like 2 or 3 or 4 characters, which I shouldn't have, I should have stuck with one character. That's one thing I'm going to do with this beta, just stick with one character, because you make like too many characters, you're going to be very underleveled. That's one thing you don't want to do. And if you can, just find a group of people and do world terrain bosses on the map. I want to talk about gliding. Well, there is a kind of like a quest that's going to teach you how to glide. I kind of got frustrated at the first time, but once I got the hang of it, it was easy. And the dodging moves are very, very smooth. Very smooth, I might add. I almost missed the game. Compared to Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis is a whole different category and a different feel altogether. And I have to say, compared to the other MMOs I played, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy, Realm of Reborn, Aeon, Terra, Blade and Soul, what else am I playing? I guess that must have been it. I thought there was one more MMO I did play. Oh, Revelation Online. Compared to them, Phantasy Star Online 2 is very, very, very fun. And I almost missed the game. You can tell there's a big difference between going to New Genesis and PSO2 Original. There's a huge difference. And beware of world bosses that you can run into on the map. You want to fight them with a group of people. Don't try to be the hero and try to solo them because it won't end well. There's a reason why they're really high level. I think they're in level 19. Or 15. It's somewhere high level like that. The red one, that one you want to be careful because it shoots laser beams. And if you're not careful, it can wipe your whole party out. The purple one, I did not fight. But I kept running into that red one a lot. So you want to find a group of people, the girl world boss fighting. If you can't find them on the group map, just wander around until you find a group of people. That's what I did. I found a group of people, I don't know who they were, but I seen they were fighting that world boss on the, I want to say the mountain area. So that's what happened. I really like the music though. Let's see. Yeah. So this is what we're doing. We're downloading the beta. And because of Japanese beta, they had set up and they had the New Genesis closed beta. It's going to look like this. If it's the same in the US. I don't know if it is. We'll see. So. Oh, right. And I think during the end of the closed beta, people were just standing around town. They weren't even doing the emergency quest. They were just standing by the warp tower thing that you can change. Servers. Well, not servers, but like change blocks. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get the terms right. So you get to access the warp tower after doing the gliding test, I believe. So you have to do the gliding test to unlock the changing blocks. That's one thing that's new in the game. I was wondering for the longest time on the first, I think the first day, I was wondering like, how are they actually using the warp tower? Do I just stand here for an hour? Do I jump on it? I even try to climb the thing. Here you have to unlock a quest to unlock it. So that's one thing you have to do is do the gliding quest. It's that quest that they showed where you kind of run in this solo instance, and your instructor will teach you how to glide, how to float in the air, how to jump over blocks, how to run up the wall. Not run up the wall, but fly up the wall. Yeah, that kind of thing. I think I tried my PS5 controller on it, and I found working the keyboard was a lot more easier. Because, yeah. That's how you unlock the blocks, is that quest. And there is a vendor that you can take your food and actually cook, and they have animations that have your character actually eat. That's a small little detail. That's very different. Eating is in the game now. I can't wait to see that they have like little cafes popping up everywhere, and you'll sit down and a meal will appear, and you can see your character chew and eat and use their hands like that. That's gonna be interesting. What else did I notice? They had the AC scratch off thing, and it lets you unlock certain outfits that wasn't in the character creation. And I think that's why people were kind of swapping outfits around. Oh, character creator. You guys are gonna have fun with that one. Oh, you could make the most beautiful female character, or you can make a guy look like a girl. That's how detailed it is. A part of me wanted to make a female Ash with the guy's head. No. That's what I was thinking about, because they have it where in the Japanese beta, I don't know if anyone else was talking about this, but you can make a male character that has the female body. And that's what I said, that female outfits were going to go up in prices because of that. I know. I'm a weird fangirl. I can't help it. So. But I'm happy this game's coming out. I want to play it again. I want to play in English so I know what's going on. I did not use Google Translator. I was walking in blindly playing a Japanese beta. I had no clue what to do. And sadly enough, I can barely read a little bit. Maybe not even a fragment of Japanese, thanks to playing Star Ocean Nemesis. But other than that, I was lost. I was completely lost. So I was playing the game very blind. As you should see me, I was running around the field, freaking out over world bosses I couldn't do solo. And I say it's done, huh? Oh, it's installing now. But once you find a group, it's pretty well fun. I remember fighting I think I got into the last world boss on the final day. It was the red giant one. And we were in a group of people. They were spamming encouraging emotes. And when that laser came that way and the enemies came this way, I ran the opposite way that way. And the person in front of me got hit with that laser and they instantly died like that. I should have got more of those res things, but I didn't. And I felt kind of bad. I was like, I'm not a healer. I'm a mage and I'm using guns. I can't res people. And I was like, me going in blind. That's how blind I was. Now I know it's going to be different though. Now I'm going to get the flowers, get those blue flowers, those yellow flowers, get the blue flowers to heal. The yellow flowers are for resin, and they're scattered over in a field. You got to farm them. So I don't know if they had crafting in this game. Crafting? I don't know. I don't think I've seen any crafting, but I did not link my PSO2 account, so I lost the JP benefits on that. And what they say is when you're making your character, don't get too attached to anything you get in the game because you're not going to keep it. Everything's going to be wiped. So go in the open beta with an open mind, but don't get attached to things you're going to find in that beta because you're not going to keep it. That's one thing you do. And if you're a solo player, you don't like playing with people, just be on the lookout for world bosses. Or dolls, or what do you want to call them like that. Because they're going to spawn on the map. And there's going to be a few quests that are going to take you to that purpley shrub flower area. I want to say it's a purple area. It looks kind of lavender, like lavender. It's on the hills. You glide up the thing, and yeah. And that's the area where one of the world bosses can spawn. On the bottom. And if it's lightning storms, there's certain weather conditions that can spawn world bosses. So you want to keep an eye out on that. And just have fun with the beta. Explore if you want. There's going to be some red blocking that's going to prevent you from going into higher areas. You can only have certain parts of the map. The whole map is not going to be unlocked. And just have fun. There we go. Okay, let's see where it went. Great, I'm blind as a bat. Okay, let's pin that to a taskbar. Let's see if it works. Ooh, this looks familiar. Today is the closed beta, so it's reminiscent of the Japanese one. It's very reminiscent. Let's see. I don't know if I can pull the Japanese launcher up. Yep, here is the Japanese closed beta Japanese launcher. If you want to know what it looks like, this is what it looks like. Version 6.80.02. And this is what it looks like. That's the Japanese one. So I did play the JP beta, but due to my mother's passing, I was unfortunately not in the right mind to make videos. And that affected my whole... It affected me deeply. I felt like I couldn't do anything. I was mourning. And I love my mom. And that's why I want to start making videos, so I can have my parents be proud of me. And that's why I'm talking about New Genesis today. Let's see if we can get to the title screen. Ooh. There's N Protect Game Guard going right in again. I think I have it installed on my PC 3 times due to PSO2, PSO2 JP beta, and now this beta. My computer is well protected. Let's see. Ooh. Is it going to have to open anything? Oh, here's the video again. Woo! I really like the music, you know? With the moonlight in your eyes. Wait. With the moonlight in your eyes. Yes, Ash has returned. White Ash has returned. And if you're brave enough, you can make Black Ash too. In PSO2, character creation. Go crazy with the character creation. Create any character you want. You can make the sexiest woman or the hottest man. It's up to you. And for the record, I did not get to fight any other dolls besides the red one. And the one on top of the mountain, kind of like the lion bug type thing. Ooh! There it is. There's the areas. You see that mountain area on this side? There's like a purple shrub thing over there on top. There's like purple flowers, and that's where you gotta watch out for the red one to spawn. And that ice area over here, I did not get to explore that yet. I know there's certain areas that prevent you from going further into the map, but that's the town you're starting in. But New Genesis, they're going to completely start you in a different zone. You're not going to be here in the luscious city, so keep that in mind. Don't get too attached to the city. People were comparing the new starting area in Phantasy Star Online 2 with Final Fantasy X Besaid. Yeah, they're going to start on an island. The two main female characters, I'm going to be introducing that. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. Do not get attached to the town. Do not get attached to items. Don't get attached to anything you pick up in the beta, because it's all going to be wiped. Just think of it as a Phantasy Star Online 2 dream. Where you dream of the perfect MMO. When you wake up and say, I don't want it to end. Okay? This is a YouTube video, so this is Luna Zynon signing out. Have a good day. I wanna dream with the moonlight in my eyes. Oh, we can watch it one more time. Okay. Maybe just a little bit. The moonlight in your eyes. Okay. This is Luna Zynon, signing out. Have a good day. Okay?